future! To be fair, she do be speaking facts here. So after the great filtering last week, all I've heard is that will be the tame part of this season. Do your worst. Make sure you leave a like on this video, show your support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and yes, the Patreon. Woo, that's where you're gonna catch the full live reactions and all their glory. But let's jump into it and see how the cousin, she's about to be the worst girlfriend, huh? I'll accept incestual cousins, but I draw the line at annoying personality. To be fair, I have made similar jokes. But bat, paper, scissors. You know what would be funny? If the most degenerate, like, new character who joins the show eventually sees this shit and says, actually, I'm good. Just their existence. Because they're so filthy. That is funny. There's finally a character who's, like, just bullying them for being too fucking garbage. I would actually be okay with that. The character I can like the most is also the one I hate the most because they recognize the absurdity of everything. Damn. It's a crazy turn of events. Someone cut me into 12 pieces is insane work. I want you to stop touching my girlfriend like that. Aren't you a grown-ass adult? Don't worry about it. That's basically what's going on here. Seriously, with all these girlfriends, we can't, like, fucking have one that's a savage. I would go beat her up. What in Hugh Hefner? That's a thumbnail if I've ever seen one. Don't jump, girl. I know this harem ain't bright, but you got so much to live for. Oh, God. The person who just helped her not have to expose herself. She got a glimpse of her face. And now she's gonna be chasing her. I have to say something. I believe I am a built different 100 Girlfriends fan, because I feel like the 100 Girlfriends fandom is divided into multiple stages. There's those who just find it funny. There's those that find it sweet. There's those that find it sweet and funny. There's a whole mixture, right? I feel like I'm the optimal fan. From the beginning, I thought this is the dumbest fucking show ever. And over the seasons, people have got... I've had some of the worst hate comments I've ever had because of last season, because I dare say this show ain't that sweet. There's sweet elements, but when you're surrounded by 99% brain-dead comedy, it's very hard to be like, oh yeah, objectively, no. Maybe you take a small handful of these girls and you make a wholesome polyamorous thing. It gets to a point where it's just fucking brain rot, and I love it. But I find it hilarious, because for how fucking long have I been saying the time-traveling daughter goddamn theory that I believe he will end up in a relationship with his own fucking family to that degree. But Brandon, he has to get with all the girlfriends when he's in school. We have seen Armageddon. We have seen Apocalypse. Do you think time travel is... We gonna get some Back to the Future bullshit where he's in a relationship with his own daughter. But what about the space-time continuum? Who fucking cares? You think this show cares? I do not think it is insane for someone to watch last episode and say, you know what? I think I'm good now. The cousin is a little too weird for me. Not because it's the first time it's happened, but just, you know, there's been enough seasons and bullshit that I'm tapping out. Nothing wrong with that. I think I'm stronger than you, but nothing wrong with that. Where I find it hilarious, kind of like this right here, I'm just like, is when I hear that people are dropping it and their reasoning is that it's finally crossed the line. Can you repeat that? Dare I remind you, a mother and her own daughter are in the same harem, and I can already hear the... Well, actually, they haven't done anything together. They're just involved in the same boy. Don't be a fucking Neanderthal. We are watching a show where a grown-ass woman is now in a fucking relationship with not only her own daughter, her daughter's boyfriend, and an assortment of high school women. The only fucking reason that you people gave a pass to that is because she's hot and because she was grown. But guess what? As I always say, we are full of double standards. Hey, I'm double standards too. If it was roles were reversed, it was an adult male, grown-ass adult male, yeah, I'd be like, that's fucking weird. But because she was hot, I gave her a pass. But I always recognized it was weird. So this is my point. no one should actually unironically get bullied for dropping the show if they thought it was too weird last week. It gets to a point. There's been plenty of anime I said, it's just too weird for me. I'm tapping out. Move on with my life. The thing is, and maybe it's because I'm the optimal 100 Girlfriends viewer, I thought this show was stupid. I want to see how far it can go. I want to see how far them cancellation papers reach me. I want to see myself dragged off in handcuffs watching this shit. Where I draw the line is you saying it's the first time it's went too far. Baby, we have been balls deep in Satan's ass for many seasons. Now, I'm not going to say right from the beginning. The first, like, half of season 1, you could argue. Maybe not. But if you leave season 1 thinking a cousin wasn't on the table, the cousin was just a filter. It really was. It was the author saying, how far can I push this? We have a grown-ass woman spanking high school. If you don't see the potential of time-traveling daughter in this harem, you are kidding yourselves. Now, overall, there was an element of slight sweetness that I did enjoy about this episode, and it was this right here. So we got perverted photographer, basically if Tanjiro was more of a camera guy, wanting to take a picture of the local school legend. Completely understand. And you would think, well, if you wanted the pictures to stop, why not just get the chairwoman who's in the harem? Yeah, it makes sense until she says, hey, you're a goddamn sex pest. And she's like, yeah, you right. And backs off. I did kind of like the idea of hyping her up, because the thing about growing the harem is you do have opportunities to do character pairing such as this, where you get to see some very sweet elements. This is what I always say. There are very sweet elements about this show. I'm not going to deny it. The thing is once you pull away, like, it's like this. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And then you just pull away a little bit and you're like, wait a second, this is all fucking stupid. So it's very sweet, the fact that she helped her figure out her beauty. But I love the kind of joke that the person trying to snap pics gets defeated, only for the one who shielded you from said pics to say, actually, now I want pics. I think that's a very fun Simpsons-level joke that had a lot of building blocks to get to that execution. And of course, at the very beginning too, and she's trying to clean it all up, right? So the fact that she sees everything as improper, by the end of the whole exchange, she's no longer this. She's simultaneously the worst and best girlfriend for me, because on one hand, like, she just infuriates me, but then on the other hand, I'm like, man, she really do be calling a spade, so I kind of respect it. It is kind of sweet in the way that, like, by the end of it, she kind of accepted that, hey, be trying to fix the mess I see, I made an even worse mess, so I have to put it back the way it is. At the end of the day, there's like 2% of this show that I kind of look at, I'm like, damn, that's kind of sweet. But then I remember what I'm watching, and I'm like, ooh, how far down the rabbit hole do we go? And that's entertainment gold. It's very funny. I'll get comments. How could you think the show's going to get so bad? When I covered season 1, man, I was always confused by it. Because I feel like I technically enjoy the show to the same depth as the same people who really want me to find the show sweet. But from the beginning, I just thought it was stupid. It's enjoyment. Like South Park, my favorite show of all time. It's fucking stupid. There's sometimes some thought-provoking subject matter or thought-provoking commentary, but it's a stupid show as a whole. And that's why I love this. I will be the last man standing for 100 Girlfriends. And I will shake the hands of the author, and I'll say, I understood your vision. It was fucking stupid, but I understand it. And they will say, thank you. You are a true connoisseur. Anyway, I have no issues if people drop their show. I raise an eyebrow when I hear that it finally went too far. The fuck you mean it finally went too far? Have you... Fake fans, I'm telling you. Your thoughts down below. What did you think of this week's episode? How you feeling about the new girlfriend? I hear she's controversial in the fandom. I don't give a fuck. This whole show be controversial. Keep on adding to the pile of what I say. Anyway, leave a like, share, support, subscribing, that bell, and yes, Patreon. Full half-hour deep dives over there, and other exclusives, because you know I gotta give those video shoutouts too, because my patrons are what make these train wreck videos possible. So today we got Zane Zardonks, Natasha and Henry, Agus TR, Lee Solman, Chitin Lord, Bill, and we also have Waka. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.